I like when I go to sushi and then the dentist goes, do you floss? I go twice a day. And then meanwhile, they pull a live koi fish out of between my teeth and it's like wiggling. And I'm like, oh, I mean, yesterday, I don't know if I did. And they're like, Nemo. Dana, here we are. Superfly number 5 trillion. Got lots to go over.
It's a Superfly episode.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I just got back. This is so stupid. All I tell you is I got back from the road. I'm about to go out for 10 days. So I'm such a colossal pussy, other people's words, that I have to go to Hartford, Connecticut. Have never been there.
Yeah.
Providence. Is that right, Heather? Providence? Rhode Island, which I've never been.
Rhode Island? You're going to play there? No.
I mean, I think I went there with you.
Island. It's not a road and it's not an island. Discuss.
That's true. Can I open with that?
I think it was a Wayne's World line. I think it was, or Mike did it on, maybe it was Coffee Talk Woman or something. Yeah, I think so.
Coffee Talk Woman.
Coffee Talk Woman. Rhode Island is not a road or an island.
Yeah,
that's right.
Man.
Mike had the discuss amongst yourselves.
Coffee Talk.
Coffee Talk.
So anyway, so I'm going on the road. I have Boise and Seattle this weekend. So here's the story. So I was last weekend, we're in the car, and we get some nice elderly old driver, very nice guy. And we're driving along. Yeah. Where are you headed, Spunky?
I'm a Model T. Okay, go ahead. I'm going to interrupt you a lot today.
So it's fine. Me, Bobby, Catherine. Mm-hmm. These stories sometimes have no ending, so do whatever you want.
No, you got an old driver. You're on the road with Bobby and Catherine. Heading.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's just, it sounds mean. Well, whatever. So he's driving. Perfect. For no reason. I'm yelling back to Catherine in the back seat and Bobby, and we're talking like, so when we get there, and then I realized he's got his window fully down on the freeway. So it's like, and I think it's so funny that he's oblivious to, do you guys want the window open? Do you want it down? And it's just like, and it's so loud that I text Catherine. I go, am I crazy? I can't even hear you. Why is this window so loud? Instead of easily just saying, can you roll it up? I just want to play it out. Right. And then I say, hey, Catherine, I got some new bits for the next gig. Do you know why all hurricanes are named after women? And she's like, because they cause trouble and they're assholes and everyone hates them. And I'm like, no. I go, this is a 4th grade joke. I go, it's because, have you ever heard of a hurricane? I go, but let's go back to your answer. So so we start laughing about that she gave such a like deep, horrifying answer.
Yeah.
And then out of the blue, the driver goes, what happens? What do you get when a hurricane meets with a tornado? And we're like, right in the middle of us talking, I go, sure. A lot of people tell us jokes. I go, sure. And he goes, spout. And I go, and then Catherine goes, I don't get it. And then I laugh at how awkward it is. And so I go, I get it. It's funny, Catherine. And then now we both start laughing because it's so dead in the air. Mm-hmm. And then he goes, sprout again. I go, first of all, you mean spout and you mean water spout. And that doesn't even make sense in the joke. It kind of does, but it's nothing. It's not on the Richter scale of a joke. It's not registering. So
I've heard this before.
And then we start laughing, and then I can't stop laughing, and then I can't hear him because he's like, water spout, because like
the window's still down.
So we get there, and he comes out, and he goes, I'm like, oh, because I have to grease him a little bit. But he goes, yeah, good to meet you. Meanwhile, I'm focused on the 1,000 dots of dandruff on each shoulder, which is fine. We all get dandruff.
I'm getting a good vibe about this guy.
I do like him.
It's going to be a happy ending, of course.
I like him, and I tipped him because I go, you know what? He's a positive guy. He added a joke. Fucking bombed. But he was a good dude. And then I'm doing this new thing where on the road, I'm tipping somebody way extra just to put something good out in the world instead of my regular Scrooge McDuck 1.3% tips. So now I tip good anyway, I think. And then that's what everyone says. And then I tip one guy randomly more. I should show that fucking video of the funny guy.
Let's do that. Would you want to show it now? Or no?
No, I don't even have it.
Oh. I get locked and loaded if I'm in Vegas going to the Four Seasons. Like I'm like a magician. Like all my pockets are full of 20s.
Oh yeah.
And it usually for me, because I grew up middle class,
magician.
I'm not a silver spoon, but I'm like, they come at me, Mr. Carvey, and I'm boom, 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 boom. And then the luggage, the boom. And I like to do it because I know what I'm getting paid for the weekend. It's like, and then it takes me about 10 20s. It takes me about $200 to get from the car to the room.
Yeah. And back. When you go back, literally
every time you go out,
Mr. Spade, he picks up my bag. Here's how you work the air conditioner. There's 20 for that. Here's how the door works. You kind of open it, turn the handle. Okay,
right.
There's 20. And then they go down. And then I go down there and I go, just load it up. I'm coming down. They're standing a foot from the car. They handed it off to the car guy. Now he's loaded it and he doesn't close it. So I get in the car and I go, oh, and I get back out and I go, is my stuff in there? And he goes, yes, it is. And I go, oh, there's a new guy. So really I have to dust my bag for prints just to see who touched it, who gets tips.
You
I'm like,
just
money gun.
Go to the teller and get 20 20s and just tip your way out. Makes them happy. And I think Trump's not going to tax luggage handlers, or is it just waiters and waitresses?
Tips in general. I think anybody getting tips. And and by the way, it used to be, you could almost get away with the 10, 20 years ago. Now it's 20s and 20s
minimum,
are a little wispy. Yeah.
Hundreds.
So now hundreds go out at more than I'd like, but yeah.
I literally had a driver, if he made a good turn, he would go like that for a tip to the back. Every good turn, he put the hand back. I'm like, what do you want now?
He's like this. You like that shit?
Yeah. You like that? We passed that car safely. And then there's another. But no complaints. Love to tip well. I'm not like Lovitz, who like digs into his pocket for like 20 minutes. He brings out a marble, a dead frog, and a scrambled up $1 bill.
And a Bazooka Joe comic.
This is all I have. Yeah, some gum and some silly putty from 1968 with an imprint of like some cartoon on it.
Here's my headshot.
We'll have to have John. We'll have to list all the times we mentioned John, and next time we have John on, we have a montage of all the times we mentioned. Give him.
And I talked to Dennis yesterday, so he wants to come on.
Christ's sakes, why don't you have me on? I know a couple jokes. We do that.
He goes, I listened to it. Maybe I jump on for round 2.
So here's what happened to me. I went to the dentist, and I live in the boondocks, and so new dentist. So the dental hygienist is what I call a Montana woman. Incredibly funny, incredibly nice. She's like, well, we're going to dig on down into the molars lot. You got to brush upwards and downwards. And then she's telling me her whole story. She goes, my second husband was a drunk, a cheat, and a wife beater. And my daddy came to me and said, honey, that's the best you can do. Best I can do. I didn't talk to my daddy for 6 months. So she divorced that guy. So then I've got this really smart dentist with these incredibly 3-dimensional x-rays. He puts all my teeth up there and it decomposes me. Okay, this one, we're going to have to take out an implant. This is a crown. You see the crack? You see the crack? See the cracks here? See that? That's going to fall out. He said I had 40-year-old fillings in there, and they got to go. So I need 6 crowns.
Mercury fillings? Mercury?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that explains a lot. Mm-hmm.
They don't like mercury ones.
Then afterwards, she goes, how'd it go? I go, I need 6 crowns. Holy shit, that's a lot of crowns. But he does them real good, like.
When my husband hit me, he knocked 4 crowns out. He called me Meghan Markle because I kept losing crowns.
Well, she's a dental hygienist. She said when she was in high school, the dentist said to her, he said to me, you're going to be wearing dentures by the time you're 40. I said, fuck that. And I started flossing and brushing. And next thing you know, I got pearlies. Want to see them? Then she smiled at me, but she was so cool.
Like, well, do you floss? This is a real question, and I'm not.
Yeah, we want to educate our audience, not jokes all the time.
Yeah,
dental hygiene.
Do you floss?
Absolutely, and I brush a lot.
And do you lie about how much you floss when they ask?
No. Here's my question for you:
Okay.
So you go out, you know, and you have a big, you know, Monte Cristo sandwich and fries.
Yeah.
And so you've got a lot of shit in your mouth. Do you enjoy that feeling, or would you rather kind of clean that crap out? Or do you like to walk around with dirty teeth? Because I've noticed some of the dinners we're at not looking
There's lots going on. I like when I go to sushi and then the dentist goes, "Do you floss?" I go, "Twice a day." And then meanwhile, they pull a live koi fish out of between my teeth and it's like wiggling. And I'm like, "Oh, I mean, yesterday, I don't know if I did." And they're like, "Nemo."
That's my Rolling Stone cover. Look it up.
Oh yeah, you're like this.
Look it up.
Fish.
No, the thing is first the dental hygienist butters you up. Like, these look pretty good. I gotta be honest with you. It looks very nice. And then very slowly but surely, but I skip that tooth too sometimes. You got to get down at the right angle and really grind against the tooth. And so she taught me, but I do.
My dental hygienist does it. You know, they come in. My real dentist who cashes the big checks. I don't see her. I walk in, and then the dental hygienist like, yo, you waited 7 months, not 6. We got to get in there. You know, so she's in there with like a pitchfork, and it's all the noisy scraping. And then after an hour 10, I'm all done, and then my dentist walks in with a mask on. You good? Fist bump. See you later. And $900. I'm like,
$900, and then you go in the Zoom room for your pearly whites, right? You go in and get your teeth whitened with what they call a Zoom thing.
No, I haven't done that. But I do need to, and they always say you need X-rays. They say it no matter what.
I know, and I just do a love it. I go, you need an X-ray. They're like, I beg your pardon.
Oh, quickly before we get to the regular stuff and the headlines, this is kind of a headline because Heather was telling me about the space people that are stuck. It is odd they're stuck in space. That makes me scared. There's a couple layers to it. Yeah. So Dana, you know, they shot some astronauts up for a fucking
Boeing
3-day Memorial Day weekend. Yep. Yeah. They're just supposed to beep, bop, boop. Hey, touch Mars, come back. Whatever. I don't know what they're supposed to do. First of all, going to space sounds like a drag. Second of all, you're going with someone, maybe, you know, like it's someone like office worker, basically, and you don't know if you get along.
Just 2 of them.
Now, and they can't get back.
Boy, girl.
So worst case scenario, can't get back, right? And they go, maybe next year. Next year.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. For SpaceX to get a rescue ship ready to go.
And aside from the fact that they have no food, and I hear they're sending food to them, and you think, well, if the Uber Eats guy is like knocking on the side, and you're like, what if we just ran back with you? He's like, no, I just dropped the food. So I guess they're getting food and Tang somehow.
Well, with the space station could run out of food, wouldn't they have like a 2-year supply of freeze-dried food?
I guess, but it's like Gilligan's Island. This is supposed to be like a 3-hour tour, and then they heard monster noises. That's
they heard
really
monster
where
noises, and then it found out that the male astronaut was making scary noises to scare the female astronaut.
No, is that true?
No, I made that up, but it sounded funny.
Oh, Heather was about to get debunked.
But here is the deal, and if Heather doesn't know this, the Boeing Starliner, they didn't want humans on it, but they did it remotely, and it made it back to Earth. But they didn't want to take the chance it would blow up with the people on it, which I don't blame them. So their Boeing Starliner went back to Earth. Now they're truly stranded until Elon Musk. Elon Musk is going to drive.
Elon will save the day. Yeah.
But he'll actually be on the SpaceX to greet them and bring them back down.
Here we come.
But what we're doing is we're really going to rescue the astronauts. I don't think you understand, Don.
They're also saying they want volunteers to go on a one-way trip to Mars. I'm like, pass. That's a hard pass.
Except
you want to go. You have too much going on.
Well, look, he put a Tesla in space. You know that, right? And what he didn't tell you is that 2 people who starred on, I think, F Troop actually drove that Tesla to Mars and are now on Mars.
F Troop. Please don't say a show that old, please.
I was trying to think that they would be old. They're like 98, so like, fuck it, let me go to the Mars. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, you have to have almost zilch going on. You can't just go to Mars and be like, I can't even brag that I went to Mars because there's no one to talk to. You can't do anything. There's shitty Wi-Fi.
That's true. Okay, I agree with you. I don't want
There's
to
like
go to
one
Mars.
Banana Republic. There's almost nothing going on. There's nothing bumping, nothing popping.
Old Navy closed last year on Mars.
There's maybe one strip mall. They're not up to date.
And it's full of Martians.
Yeah, and Martians are not to
Not
be
a
mean,
good
but there's
thing.
all the Martians are eating all the cats and dogs and ducks on Mars.
Tried to give you a nice-
topical.
Hey, okay,
borderline
let's
political.
talk about Taylor Swift first. How she co-signed Kamala.
She
And
just won the election.
I just don't know. I mean, I know she has 238 million followers. It's a very tight election. She's so far, as of this morning, she's got 337,000 Swifties to go on vote.gov. So it would be interesting. Not only is she the biggest entertainer on the planet, that she really could she turn the election? I know that Don Rickles endorsed Nixon and he won. So, all right. Yeah, that's her statement. Just, that's fine.
I'm trying to read what she's saying.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I told you that AI thing was stupid. Putting her, I don't know who put that out there. Someone to be funny, but it was dumb.
Yeah, those things. Everything is like, is it true? Is it true?
Oh, I didn't know she wrote so much.
I just think it's kind of interesting that she is such a huge presence globally that maybe she will make the difference in the election. That's just interesting.
I think she won it for her.
Mm-hmm. For her.
Because unless Selena Gomez comes out and says the opposite and cancels out all their Instagram people because they both have like
if Selena comes out and endorses
the
Trump, then it'll be a dead heat. And then if Ludacris comes out and co-signs,
he has a lot.
I'm just trying to come up with an abstract name you wouldn't expect.
Dana, you don't have a chart right there, do you, on your wall?
I know my influencers pretty
I know
darn.
my
I think if
followers,
David Portnoy wrote in Bobby Skinner, is that or Portney? You know, the guy who rates pizza.
Chicken fry, they get involved. Yeah.
I love that guy. If you haven't seen him do this, folks, watch on YouTube. He goes to a pizza place. He comes out on the sidewalk. He takes a bite of the pizza. It's basically basic cheese pizza. He chews it and thinks for a second, and he's trying to give it something between 1 and 10, but he goes into the decibels. He chews a couple times. He goes, I'm going 9.2 on this one. You know, and it's like, how does he know it's not an 8.8? I mean, it's
the worst is if he goes 6.3 and the guy behind him just goes, well, let's fold up shop now.
He said 5.2, and then the guy ran out and bakes the pizzas with the pizza.
Hey,
I caught you up with the pizza cutter. Eh?
Hey.
And he wasn't Italian. All right,
let's go to the first story.
Let's go.
Oh, wait, let's talk about the debate. We didn't talk about the debate, did we?
The debate. Well, the only thing I can say is that Kamala did a good job. It was in the media that she was going to try to bait him and get him to go down a rabbit hole.
She really
I assume he was aware
him.
of it, but she comes out with your rally to say to Donald Trump, your rallies, people are leaving, they're bored, they're not that big. And then he's like a bear trapped. He's like, my rally, excuse me. We're supposed to debate inflation, the border, the world issues. And we spent about 20 minutes on, we got the greatest rallies and the biggest crowds you can see. You can't believe how big they are. Nobody leaves. Guess what? Nobody leaves because they love it and they love it. They're doing it and look at it and think about it. It's what we're doing. So that was a good on her. It was a good tactic.
I know. 5 minutes later, they're like, what do you think about it? He's like, I just have to talk to this fucking bitch again about the rallies because not one person's ever left. And then they're like, please, sir, let's just talk about the issues. I know she shouldn't even be allowed to say that.
20,000, 25, 30,000 people, more people than you could ever believe. And many people are talking about it. Let me tell you, if you look at it, you see it, that no one's ever had a rally like I have.
Yeah, she was smart. They go, Kamala, what's going on with the border? Why is it such a disaster? She goes, well, this guy's 4'10". He can't see over the border. Well, he's like, excuse me, I'm not 4'10". If you can clearly, and then he goes crazy.
Excuse me, I'm bigged up here and I'm big down there and I'm big everywhere. I wear a size 12. I mean, she just kept baiting him.
Yeah.
He kept going. Not literally, but that part of the debate, we're coming at this neutrally, independently. Just saying that was an observation that was funny.
Who cares? And
Who
what about? Oh yeah,
cares?
let's show the video of I guess the president Joe Biden, who's just meandering around the country.
He's still
Where
the
in the
president.
world is Joe Biden?
He's still the president of the United States. Oh my God. So he's out somewhere and then he's having fun with the gang. He's at a fire station and someone hands him a Trump hat.
God, did he get pranked?
And he put it on, but he knew it was a Trump hat. Yeah. Look at I
No,
could
he
put
did he? Why would he do that?
yeah. I think he said because we should come together. But he knew
I
it. But
don't
the
know
main
if
thing
he
is
said
look how happy he is.
I don't think. Well, show the video. Do we have the video?
This is like the last week of senior high school.
Yeah, he's in senior ditch week.
Yeah,
This is like
It's June 10th to him. Okay, here's the exchange.
he's got senioritis.
The full exchange.
Okay.
Buying, sure, I'll autograph a hat. The man. You remember
my name?
Remember my name? You remember your name? He really said that? I don't remember my name. I'm slow. You're an old fart. Yeah, I'm an old guy. Yeah, you would know a lot about that. I guess this is real. I need the Trump hat. Put it on. Put the hat on. The man goes, I'm proud of you now. So is that real that he said to him? Okay, here it is.
Presidential seal on it?
Presidential seal.
Oh, sure. Huh? Yeah.
You remember your name?
I don't remember my name. I'm slow.
Here, give me that hot dog. I'll sign it.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm an old guy.
And you're an old person.
I know you would know about that.
What?
About being old.
Oh, I know.
All right.
I'm a young timer.
Look, take your time with that autograph.
He reminds me of the guys I grew up with. There was always one in the neighborhood.
Well, I'm the only one.
Jeez, this isn't really Laurel
There
and
you
Hardy
go,
here.
man. I need that hat.
Okay, so
Hell no.
You know my name.
put it on.
We're going that far.
Yeah. You said you would do a selfie.
God, he's killing.
Why would he put it on? Even as a joke, it's bananas.
He just thought it was the funniest thing in the world, and now they're best friends.
His own guy almost shot him. It's like you can't do it.
Hey, they're good.
Thank you.
They're good. Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I hope you like the pizza.
Huh?
You guys picked the best again. I don't know where it
He's got to get off the stage.
Fucking
But
shit.
that was his finest moment in his presidency. I thought it was.
It took him 32 minutes to sign one hat. I was like,
I know. Let me get it on. He's doing jokes.
he's
and
like,
stuff. I'm kind of slow.
is he in space?
Guess what?
You got the pen? Brr. Yeah, he was.
I put.
Listen, I don't even know if he's not a headliner. I don't even know if he's a middle, Dana.
I would just say he seemed likable, affable, on point.
You're so positive. It's so real.
Well, I just think it's ironic that he's about to get scooched out. You know?
Oh, he got
His-
scooched already.
Oh yeah. He
Barely came up
scooched.
at the debate. They're like, who was that one guy that used to be president? She's like, I know his name. He's still president. Everyone's like, is he? And everyone asks around, moderator, is he? He is.
Yeah. I was when I debated the bill with Fig Newton.
Fig Newton.
Fig Newton? Who's Fig Newton?
He's the president of California, dumb shit.
I did it with Fig Newton, and then I closed the deal with Lorna Doone. Lorna Doone and Fig Newton. I think those are
And Laura Scudder.
snack treats. And I met Senator Fritos. And Senator Frito, who said these
That's
are
my dog Nabisco.
and the guy in the crowd said, "You're not the crispiest chip in the bag, are you?"
Yeah. Well, he did a great job. That's our summary.
I try to be positive with everybody. You know, Trump got the lines, the memorable one, the one he said, about Biden, he goes, "Hey, here's a secret for you. He hates her."
That was such out of the blue.
I was like, what? That was entertaining. Here's a secret.
Yeah.
He hates her. He hates her very much. And if you look at it, you think about it, he hates it like you wouldn't believe. But guess what? Guess what? Kamala didn't respond to that. So smart.
Didn't say no. We're
She didn't
friends.
go, he likes me. I have a great relationship with Joe. That's crazy. So
She's like, I hate him worse. They can't be BFFs anymore after that whole thing went down.
I mean, what went down? I was out of the country for a bit. What went down?
They got rid of him, and then she's the president now. But he doesn't know what. But by the way, he's still the president for another half a year, whatever. So till end
Absolutely,
of January.
he's the president of these here United States. So I'm just watching the wheels go round and round. I really like to watch them roll. People say I'm crazy doing what I'm doing, but you know what song I'm referencing?
That's a good way to wrap it up. They don't know that. I know that.
Watching the wheels, John Lennon.
Our crowd, we just got the test back. They're between 6 and 8 years old.
Apparently, when they sang "We Don't Need Another Hero," they weren't exactly right.
We do need another hero. Hero Bread is a new sponsor, and they sent us some Hero Bread, which, with their Labor Day grilling.
Mm-hmm.
Dana, I know you get grilled when you come home at night, but Labor Day grilling is great. Outdoor entertaining. Bread and buns are essential. We all know this when you've got hot dogs and hamburgers.
Yeah, and sandwiches. And just because, David, it's summer, doesn't mean you have to cut out all carb-heavy foods you love.
No, listen, Hero Bread reinvented bread. They get it. It's fluffy. It tastes good. No net carbs, 0 grams of sugar, fewer calories, plus they sprinkle a little protein and fiber. Whoa. And now they have melt in your mouth Hawaiian rolls. I was addicted to Hawaiian rolls growing up. Guilt-free summer sliders you can make. It tastes great. I mean, Hawaiian rolls kind of have a specific taste, and they nailed it. It threw me back to being 12.
I'm literally getting hungry reading this ad for the first time.
See, because you can tell. They're going to send you some, and you're going to love it. Listen, they have seeded bread also, because you're always looking for something. If you're going to eat bread, you go, what's a better way to do it so it's not just bad for you in quotes. It's not really bad for you, but
Right.
They solve that problem. You get a little fiber, you get less sugar, more protein. So now the guilt is gone. Put it in a picnic, take it out, French toast, whatever you do. I usually just do toast, maybe throw a little avo on it, avocado.
Sounds like a blast.
Yeah, it's so fun. Actually, we didn't even miss you. It was just me and the bread.
Pocket Hero Bread for a picnic lunch. Count me in.
Yeah, listen, delicious, flavorful. You're craving it.
I'm craving it.
I have it. I did not split it with you. I will next time. Keep the carbs out of summer without compromising flavor with Hero Bread. Get 10% off your order at hero.co and use code Superfly at checkout. That's Superfly at HERO.co. How about let's get some headlines?
Okay, these two beauties, and there's their son that no one knew they had a kid. The guy in the corner, they've already had a child.
Dude, that guy's the funniest one in the picture. Look at how coiffed
Well,
he
is that a
ready for
Secret
the open.
Service guy, the undercover or something?
I don't know.
Yeah.
He seems like such a Brooklyn kid.
You know,
trying
it
to be
seems
at the
like
US
that
Open.
Kelsey could just pick him up and use him as a puppet or a dummy.
First question is, Dana, do you have this outfit?
Yes.
Would you wear it?
Well, that's just called a checker box
It's
dress.
all Gucci. But I like when, because when these women date these guys, they immediately, it's a project. So she's obviously got him dressed, he's an athlete.
He's dressed like this for years.
This guy?
Yes, he's a crazy dresser for years.
No, I don't think.
He's
an
got-
athlete dressing like that all
Is
the time?
that what you call a bucket hat?
I guess.
Is he wearing a bucket hat? You
Yeah.
gotta be a stud. You gotta be 6'6", 280, all muscle to wear a bucket hat and carry it off. Brad Pitt
It
can
is.
wear one.
I will tell you one person that reminded me of that wore a hat like that.
Yeah.
It was, let me see if we can pull it up. Yeah. Remember in Grown Ups?
That's Kevin James, ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
the first bucket hat. And, when we did this scene, I didn't know he was doing that. We were walking into whatever the scene was, and I thought he was
Smart.
goofing around with this. And then they said action. I'm like, he didn't take it off.
That's
then,
the thing. It's always
it turns out to be
fresh.
like the funniest thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
and when
Chris
anyone
Rock,
sends me Halloween costumes where they all dress like us, the 5 of us, it's like a good group thing.
Mhm.
Someone always gets to wear the bucket hat. And that's the most
Oh, now I'm
distinguishable.
gonna cry.
It's very funny when you do a movie and it's a compliment if it turns into a Halloween costume. You know, there's definitely Wayne's World out there. There's Joe Dirt's, there's llamas from the Emperor's New Groove.
Mhm.
So when you see a character you did from something, that's really fun. So it was fun to see this, even though we're
Mhm.
getting away from the
Yeah.
original picture. But okay. All right, move on.
hmm Didn't they put on heavy PDA at that game, and it was like a problem? Taylor Swift and her boy
Oh,
toy.
at the game?
Yeah.
That's a funny joke.
Oh, here they are again. This is giving off-duty line cook and his 20-year-old hostess girlfriend. What does that mean?
That means he looks like a line cook leaving work
Oh.
with his hostess girlfriend. It's funny.
Oh, I see. Well, yeah, if you're dressing funky like that, yeah, he's got the striped pants, a sleeveless shirt. Yeah, that's yeah. But she's always to the nines, right? With boots and stockings and jewelry and big
I
lipstick.
shouldn't comment on this because I don't know anything, but yeah, I would think she used to always dress great. And
Yeah.
I like that the stupid comment wastes time by saying, we're pretending she looks 20. This is a joke, and she does kind of look 20. And it's funny for the joke. I don't know if we should actually get online and give that dumb comment. You know what I mean? It's like, what a fucking joke killer. Like,
look,
really? I've heard she's not 20. I just Googled it. She's higher. It's like,
I've been 35 before, and if you stay out of the sun, use moisturizer, you can pretty much look very, very young.
You know,
45's a little different. We'll see her in 10
listen
years.
to this bullshit. I
want to hear.
Def Leppard, Journey,
Joe
Steve
Elliott.
Miller. We went over this.
We went over it.
When
Well,
I went to
trust
buy my two $22 beers, I got fucking carded. I didn't tell you this. I got carded, Dana. My cherubic face. And I go like this. The funniest part was he goes, ID? And I go, give you ID? To buy the beer? Okay. Then I go like this. And he goes like this. Okay. I'm like, you don't go, boy, oh, you're fucking way older than. He just goes, just make sure it's matching up.
But was it legit? Because I had a legit one at 53.
I think it was legit because he didn't say anything about
He didn't
me or
card
anything
other
about
people around
movies.
you. He didn't.
I
card
was the
her
only
oth-
one.
He wasn't like, we have to card you.
It was
Okay.
empty. So I walked up and then he goes, I go 2 beers and he goes, ID? And he held him back and I go, but he wasn't being like jokey.
But he literally was kind of saying that it's a flattering that you might
I think he got
be
some
20.
Maybe I was 20. Yeah.
Maybe
but I
you
think
were 20.
it was more, we have to card everyone.
Yeah. Well, if you wear a turtleneck, clean shaven with a baseball cap, give him angle and say, I'd like some Bazooka Joe gum and a quart of vodka.
Yeah.
You know.
And some rubbers.
Did you ever buy condoms as a teenager?
Yeah, but I'd always
You never
mix
used
it in
them,
to go,
right?
give me a comb, a yo-yo, some Magnums, and maybe a Slurpee.
Yeah, I would like a half of a cow and the largest condoms you make. So I would go in and go, so the
Half of a
XXXL extra large, that's the biggest. There's nothing else in the back that's bigger. No, sir, that is the biggest one we make.
Nothing in the
Fuck.
back.
Really? There's nothing bigger. This is absolutely the biggest. I mean, it was so frustrating.
I know. The worst is I'd get the biggest, and then to show off. But then it was embarrassing when the girls are and I have to tie it off with a bungee cord.
Oh, you're going back to the grumpy old man from the 90s.
bungee cord.
That's a joke that you wrote for my character. In my day, we didn't have thin latex condoms. You got a, what was it, a bearskin? You got a bearskin and you tied it off with a bungee cord. And we used the same one over and over again. That killed on Saturday Night Live.
Wash it once a year in the creek.
I want to be a grumpy old man.
You are. Next one. Oh, Shannon Sharpe had I don't know what to say about this, but Shannon Sharpe, I guess this happened this morning. He had a sex tape.
Live?
He live streamed it. And then he was hacked.
Embarrassed?
Skip Bayless. They're like, are you with Skip Bayless right now? Skip. I don't
Skip?
know. No.
Skip.
Yeah, I guess he was having sex, and then but how are you on live stream?
Well, first of all, how often does he have sex on camera? Like, is it 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10? Second of all, how many times has he live streamed it? Was he surprised? He's clearly
I think it's
embarrassed.
an accident because he said it was hacked.
It's a accident in quotes.
By the way, the AI is saving everybody because you can say UFOs are AI. You can say anything's AI now. So you can say AI took over my phone. That sounds like me. It's not. And then also, but at least he admitted it. I mean, who cares? Sex at a certain point, like this isn't going to hurt him. It's going to make him sound cool or something, right?
Well, and once again, is the whole thing made up? Have our people reached out to Shannon Sharpe's people?
No, we don't have people. We don't have
I don't believe. I'm not even sure you're here on the show with me. Could be a digital copy. You know that. Come on, you know that. Come
Not
on.
possible.
Guess what? It's not really you. Because I know it could be you. And I know it looks like you look too good to be you.
That's better. You got out of it. Next joke, please. That
now,
isn't really
when you... Oh, boy.
Here, this is a cute one. We do a couple feel good. This girl
Okay.
plays charades, and she's very good at it. Watch.
Story is animals.
Animals. What are they?
Ready? Go. Flamingo.
Yes. Go.
Horse.
Spider. Yes. Spider. Yes.
Narwhal.
Yes. Normal. Pelican.
Pelican.
Whale.
Is there anything wrong? There's no wrong guesses?
Seahorse.
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 Walrus.
God damn.
Well, I love how happy the parent...
Nar.
Wait, you made that up. Piper.
This kid is hysterical. First of all, they got 10 out of 10. That was a record.
There is. I used to do a bit on the power of the cuteness of like a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
They're like insanely innocent and adorable. I think she was maybe 2.5.
No, probably higher. What do you think?
But I mean, there is an age where
4?
a kid will go like this. You can't see me. Can you
Right,
see
everything
me?
is adorable.
Everything is crazy, adorable. 2 to 4. Yeah.
I
Then they
lost that
then they get
about
mean.
3 years ago. Like
Yeah.
my huge cuteness factor. My
Remember when you
adorable
first got on
innocence.
SNL and I was in the office and you came in, Mr. Carvey, can I come in? And I just sort of said, come here, you're a new cast member. I lifted you up, put you on my lap, and I said, how you doing, buddy?
And then it got weird because I got a boner.
Anything that ends with boner.
And then I hear Dennis Miller looking through the door going, Christ, Carvey, I should have knocked for
Christ, making a
Moving again.
ventriloquist
Spades in motion.
dummy.
This will still work. Christ carve. I go.
carve.
Dennis used to go. Can you slide a couple fucking update jokes under my desk? Make yourself useful. You got shut out at read through. Got time on your hands. It's like, God damn.
There's no one like that.
No escaping.
Yeah,
No
it is
escaping the beating.
so funny.
But he was
though.
right. I got to write update jokes. I did try. It's just too hard to write for Dennis. He's too good. He writes his own jokes better.
Dennis
Okay,
is
next
a
one.
Joke machine. Okay, go ahead.
Let me see if I messed everything up. Okay, what is this? Okay,
this.
this is. Oh, I just have a question. When you're trying to park in the real world, this is just a random stupid one. This is a social study. Are you allowed to save spaces? Okay, play it. Because see this guy? He's laying down in a space. And this guy wants to park. Look at he's pushing him. He's bumping into him. I don't know if I need the guy laughing on the camera, but so he's sitting in a space to save it for his friend.
Right, for someone circling the neighborhood and he's saving it.
That's a weird one where I don't know where the jurisdiction and the laws lie. Where that's where people just take over and go, this is just sort of a street thing. If I stand here, you can't park here. I'm waiting for my friend to park here. That's so odd.
It's a
But that'll
little
get you a
on the-
beat down.
I think first person there wins. I don't know if I would do that, you know? Because it's
You
like,
wouldn't lay on a car and let it back over you.
That part I kind of like. That's a little sexy in a weird way. I can't explain why, but the pushback and he's like, oh. But no, I'm saying I wouldn't do it.
That's a
Would
no from
John
you, dog?
Lovitz do it?
We golfed yesterday, and he goes, and I was out by the pro shop in the back, and he came up, and he goes, "There you are." He goes, "I was gonna pay this time," and I go, "Oh, I didn't pay. Go ahead." And he goes, "How about I buy lunch?"
Well, he said, "Well, that's not the right answer." No, I haven't
the
paid.
right
Going
answer
to the
is
clubhouse.
you pay. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I came out to say this. I came late, so you would have paid. That's not the correct answer.
No, and then I bought actually a pullover, and he goes, "I'll buy you a hat if you want." I go, "Just buy this." No, a hat. And I go, "John, don't even say it. Like, I don't want a hat. I want this. You want to buy this?" "No, I'll be on the course." Then he runs out.
Did you golf much, or did you just sort of? He does.
I just laugh
waddle.
at him. He's funny. Yeah.
Oh, he's funny the way he walks. Yeah. No,
He gets stuck in the sand trap and all the weeds. He's like, "Help.
Help. I'm trapped and I can't get out of the
By
trap.
the way, the golf pro, he hates me because he saw this and he goes, "You told a story and it's not even close to being true." I go, "I got about 20% of it right. That's not enough." So it is enough because I tell the funny version. So he is losing balls. You say he plays good, but he lost 2 on one hole. And so the pro comes by and he talks to us for a while and he thinks he's like a PA on a movie. And he goes, "Hey, can you go, if you find those 2 balls in the rough, I'll tip you or something." And he goes, "No, I'm okay." And he goes, "I'll give you 1 if you find." I'm like, he's the golf pro of the place. He's just coming out to chat, but he thought he was like a worker that was going to get excited to make $3 or something. And he goes,
"Yeah, if you clean off my driver, I'll give you a $5 bill."
Yeah. And then the guy goes,
He's
"Take it easy,
nationally
guy."
ranked.
Yeah. And he goes, and he's just trying to bullshit. And then he goes, "Hey, John, can I get you a cheeseburger when I go back in?" And he goes, "No, I'm fine. I just ate." And I go, "He's joking, John."
He doesn't want to be your
You're not his
bitch.
intern. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead. Next story. Oh, I have a show idea, Dana, that we can produce. It's either Living with Lovitz. We'll check the crowd here. That's not bad, right, Heather? You guys? Heather? Living with Lovitz or Living La Vida Lovitz. It's funny, right? And we just watch him doing this all day.
How about
Hello?
John Lovitz? It took 1 day to know him and 20 years to believe it. .com.
1 day to meet him and 20 to get rid of him.
Did you?
Okay. Heather's got
I
one.
talked to him right before I came on this show.
What'd you
Oh,
say?
here he is.
Oh, how about Lovitz or Leavitz?
I
That
think
was
he
his
has
dating
one of
show.
those. I think that was his dating show. Yeah.
Oh, he does have it? That's Heather's idea.
Oh,
Heather's pushing back.
love it or leave it. Here we go.
Okay, this is just a sickening story of, I didn't know they had this. I knew the hot dog eating. How about grotesque pickle juice?
Okay.
Go ahead.
3, 2, 1, go!
Sick. What are you really winning in life with that?
I love, humans used to get up at 4 a.m.
Humans.
and work for 15 hours, sing Kumbaya, get a shot of whiskey, go back to bed. Now humans have a lot of downtime. So
Mhm.
someone somewhere
Work
said,
from home.
let's do a pickle juice swallowing competition. I love it. Did you ever
Yeah.
go over Niagara Falls in a barrel? There's rumors that you did.
No, I did not.
You did?
I've been in
I did
Niagara
not.
Falls and did a gig. I watched the falls. It doesn't always work out for those guys, right?
What would be, if you had a thing, what you could eat the fastest or drink the fastest, what would be the most pleasant thing that you think
Oh,
you would
boy.
want to? You have 5 seconds.
I have 5 seconds to eat it.
To answer this question.
Oh,
Edamame.
I do eat edamame. I eat edamame pretty fast. But I guess, what do you not have to chew? Pickle juice is good. because they didn't say that he also won the farting contest right after.
Right. And the next door was the load in your pants booth where you could win a prize.
Yeah, what a fun carnival. I like there's a crowd there going, oh, I can't wait to wait in line to see the 1 second event.
Go to the jack-off tent and see an amazing show.
Excuse me?
The fully loaded diaper symposium. It's a horrible, horrible carnival. That's my only point.
Okay, that's it. All these horrible things.
Freak shows at the...
Okay, next one. Maybe I'm giving you duds, Dana. Oh, this is...
or I'm a dud.
No, I'm a dud. Japanese game show. They're always funny. This one, she has to serve dinner in a tilted room. What a dumb idea. It's so funny. Here she comes. This looks like an SNL sketch. It's so dumb.
So that's a game show?
Yeah. If she can do it, she wins. But of course, she botches utterly, ridiculously false.
Well, yeah.
It looks like a fake fall, but it's still funny.
The language just sounded cool.
Makes it funnier.
Don't make me do it.
Japanese. Oh, here we go.
No, I'm going to do a
French.
Frenchman and an earthquake.
Okay, everybody. Because we had an earthquake today.
Yeah. Now I'm going Japanese. Sorry. I can't believe it. I went into a Japanese accent when I was doing a French accent.
I like the French guy. Where is he, though? Is he just in his office or he's like in a meeting?
Yeah, he's just because there's no earthquakes
he's on a Zoom
France,
meeting.
Right? He's on a Zoom meeting.
Oh, yeah. Also.
There we go.
He sounds kind of like the Japanese guy. They both have a similar reaction.
Well, everyone screaming sounds the same. You know?
Yeah. That Quaker this morning, it was like my house got hit by a bus. It was like, it like kind of shook me off my hinges for a second. Then it was like, they said it was a 5.1. That's actually substantial.
Yes.
In Malibu.
I was at the Mandalay Bay in Vegas and there was a big earthquake in Vegas. That got my attention.
Is that when you go like this when you're in a high building?
Yeah, it's just shaking. And I thought to myself, what are the odds of this happening?
In Vegas?
And you can bet that. Mm-hmm.
People like to watch me preening on here and looking at my
People love you watch you preen. They love it. They love the preening of the Spade.
You should have a rap album with all these ladies next to a Rolls Royce and you in a fur coat. It's called Embarrassment of Bitches. All right. Do we have any more? Show us more. The crowd is like clamoring. We're actually gaining followers as we talk. I laugh at this because this is for the theater majors with the pushy teacher. Okay. I'll just show you what happens.
Okay.
That time, our teacher wouldn't get off the stage at our 6th grade musical.
6th grade.
Why do birds
Nice voice.
appear every time?
She just stops. Her teacher took over.
God.
What an asshole.
Wow.
I'm like, what the fuck in the corner? Get off the stage. She keeps going. They're unionizing and revolting. You see him walking down the steps. Like, what are we doing here?
I know.
That's
There's
so
many
classically
people,
funny.
Yes, that's right out of some Will Ferrell movie or something. Or
What
David
teacher?
Spade movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are
Yeah.
people who just love, my sister who's visiting with me, just loves karaoke, loves the stage. She's like literally like Lucille Ball. Like she just loves performing. So that teacher got into teaching and then just couldn't help herself.
Stole the focus from that cute little 6th grader that had a good voice.
Yeah.
She sang one line and she went, what are we doing? What are you
And then
doing?
she took, yeah.
And she said, fudge it. She didn't sing duet. She just said, fudge it and walked away.
You know, it kind of made me miss Karen Carpenter because that song is sort of.
I love her so much.
Yeah.
Okay, Dana, ready?
Do you know that Karen Carpenter is one of the best drummers that ever lived?
I heard this.
Like a genius level. All right, here we go.
We didn't even talk about that goddamn girl on Dancing with the Stars.
With Stephen Pummel. I
the pommel horse guy got on, the kind of supposedly
Oh, it was
nerd
dancing.
that you
Yeah.
remember.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, yeah.
Great that he's on.
Mhm.
But then that criminal, Anna
Delvavunga. Yeah.
So she gets on and she's wearing a fucking ankle monitor. I know it gets them a lot of attention, but is that what you want your kids watching? Be a criminal and it'll pay off. And it paid off big. She got to write a book. They did a movie about her because she ripped off everyone.
Well,
Everyone's like,
guess what? You guys, well, guess what? Here's the deal. And by the way,
okay.
the woman who was breakdancing in the Olympics and came out with sort of this really nerdy,
right.
she's number one in the world.
I heard
now.
that. I took a picture of
Yeah.
that. I thought that was so great.
Yeah.
Number
There
one.
she
Oh,
is.
yeah.
Number
Fucking
one
ray gun.
breakdancer in the world. So it shows you that, you never know. So wearing an ankle bracelet, no, an actual device on.
Yeah, she's wearing an
Dancing with
ankle
the Stars.
bracelet. For real, an ankle bracelet.
So
And Ray Gun, I don't know if she's in any sort of trouble with the police, but she should not accept that because she got so much hate over the fact that her guy she was with is on the board that got the pick. Oh, whatever the story was. Of course, I have no facts. And
Well, I
figures.
read about the judge who sentenced that. You will be under house arrest for 6 months, and you will wear a monitoring device on your ankle. And this court further rules that in case you are a contestant on Dancing with the Stars, we will give you permission to leave your premises.
Yeah, how did she get out?
Well, that was part of the plea deal. Your Honor, my
Jeez.
client would like to be able to go on Dancing with the
And be
Stars
famous.
as long as she wears the device that will track her.
As punishment, my client would like to also be super famous and make money as punishment. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I know.
All right, is that it, or we have any more? What did you have to say, Dana? You go ahead.
Nothing much really.
No, you had some bullshit you wanted to say.
All I said Haitians geese.
Did we find out they're friends with the geese? I just think the bigger story was there's a town of 60,000 in Ohio and they brought 20,000 Haitians in. Why didn't he just ask? Isn't that a lot of people, homeless people, to bring into a town of 60,000? Forget about eating geese and whatever's happening or not happening. Just say, how are they supposed to handle that?
Why would they bring them all to that town? I mean, is that the
I don't know.
Haitians?
That's why the town.
Where
is
would you
saying-
like to go? I'd like to go to Springfield, Ohio. I can't do a Haitian.
Where did they
accent.
film Tommy Boy? Ohio? Let's go there.
Yeah.
Looks like a fun town.
I would say, yeah. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on because I don't have Haitians where I live right now. I'd love to hang out.
You
with
don't
them.
have any wildlife. You have nothing. You don't have ducks. You don't have geese. You live in a padded cell.
There's donkeys and wolves.
Oh. Oh.
Hee-haw.
Hee-haw.
Um,
Okay, should we end on that impression?
Let's end on, I'm going to interrogate you for a minute as Senator John Kennedy.
No, no. We have to show a picture of him because everyone talks about it in the comments.
When you started the podcast, you had clips ready to go to do funny rejoinders on the clips. Do I have that correct? That was your plan?
Sorry, what's a
Well-
rejoinder?
Now, let me give me a
Okay,
little
here's
John
one.
Kennedy.
Okay, here's one.
Farisk.
Did you know that we as a nation give away billions of dollars to countries that hate us? Why can't we just have them hate us for free? That's one he really said.
That's a good line.
Isn't that a good one? Let me get this straight. I'm reading
Now-
this.
If you have an illegal immigrant run into you on a city block and you say, hello, sir, and they say, I'm here, but your shitbox country don't mean dick to me. What is your response to that?
I say go back to your country if you love it so much.
Hmm.
That's a good
It's
sixth grade
such an
answer.
exciting time. The debates have been so amazing.
Oh,
People get ears
What a
shot off.
time.
You got Bobby Kennedy Jr. going out. You got just stuff happening. Biden's still around. It's quite a next 57 days.
and the highlight of it all, you get to hear us read ads. on here and on Fly on the Wall.
Nobody reads ads. Let me tell you something. They don't skip over our ads. They listen to our ads. You look at it. They listen and they do it. And you can look at it and you see it and they know it and they got it and they will it.
Everyone's
and they want
buying.
it,
Everyone's buying everything they promote. Okay, thanks, Dana. It was nice to meet you. And
thanks, David. Yeah, stay in school, and I think you're doing great.
some big announcements coming up, Dana. We'll talk about it next week.
Okay.
This has been a presentation of Odyssey. Superfly is executive produced by Dana Carvey and David Spade, Jenna Weiss-Berman of Odyssey, Heather Santoro, and Greg Holtzman. Hope you liked it.